Hello everyone. Well, ever since the Dyson V15 was announced, I've had a lot of my viewers asking if I could review it. So I'm reviewing it today. Well, this is going to be an unboxing and first look. I've just received this about 10 minutes ago. It's only just been launched in the UK. I believe the USA got this before us Brits. But now we've got it, I've got my hands on one. And I'd like to point out I'm not affiliated with Dyson. Dyson didn't give me this one for free, like many videos you'll probably see on YouTube. I paid for this with my own money, £600 of my own money, to show you this on my channel. So without any further ado, let's unbox it and have a first look. Okay, let's undo the tape securing the box. I don't know a lot about this machine. I can honestly say I've not looked at any videos that are on YouTube. All I know is it's got a few new technologies. I have looked at a couple of videos on Dyson's website, and of course I had a look at the cleaner itself on the website before I decided to take the plunge and get one. But this is the very latest Dyson technology. Right, what do we have in here? The last Dyson I unboxed was the V11 outsize, and it didn't have an instruction book with it, and I believe Dyson don't give you a printed instruction book anymore. I don't think this is the instructions, this is just safety instructions. So if you want to look at the instruction book, you've got to go online and download it off Dyson's website, which for a £600 vacuum cleaner, I think they should have given you a printed instruction book. But anyway, right, where do I begin? We have a wand. I'm not sure the colour, I can't remember what colour this is. We'll soon find out. It's wrapped very well, folks. Oh, just rip it off like it's Christmas morning. Come on. That's smart, isn't it? I thought that's a sort of a, I don't know, platinum colour. Dyson V15 Detect Absolute, it says on it. And that's not a sticker. Some of the Dysons I've had, it's just been a sticker there, but that seems to have been printed on the actual wand. That's, yes, very smart. Neutral colourway there. Here we have a couple of the small cleaning tools. Pretty standard these have been around quite a while in various different forms. And the very first Dyson handheld machine. So you've got the combination tool for your upholstery, press the button, slide out the brush, and you've got a nice soft dusting tool. Next we've got standard sized crevice tool for your nooks and crannies. Now here, with some fitting instructions, we've got the wall mounted dock. I'm not going to wall mount mine, so you can charge it out of the dock, but if you want to pop that on the wall to store and charge your Dyson, you can do such a thing by following the instructions. And obviously having to drill a couple of holes in the wall, so I won't be using that. Right, next out. Well, that is, I wasn't expecting that. I thought this would be the regular torque drive head, but as you can see, it's different. It says anti-tangle comb. Not that I've found these to tangle up very much. This type of head tends to remain fairly clear of pet hairs and human hairs and threads and fibres, etc. But this one, bit of a surprise. As you can see, it says it all over the brush roll, anti-tangle. You've got fairly stiff, short nylon brushes, and of course you've got the softer carbon fibre ones to help pick up on hard floors, but of course the Dyson V15 has an extra special hard floor head with a laser, one of the new changes. So that's a bit different, so I'm quite pleased to see that. You've of course got your plus and minus settings. Normally you'd leave it in the middle, but if you've got if you want a deep intensive clean, you put it on the plus. Or if you've got some carpets like my Saxony deep pile carpet. If you want a bit less suction, you can go over to the minus setting, but for normal use, most people will leave that in the middle. So that's a surprise. And here is another brand new tool which I'm really interested in trying out. This is the Anti-tangle screw. So no more tangling up pet hair, threads and fibres. It's a completely new design. So very interesting indeed. You can buy this as an optional extra for around £35 from Dyson's website. I'm going to check in a future video if this will actually fit some earlier models, see if it'll fit my standard V11 and V10. It might do, but knowing Dyson, they might have changed the tools just that bit so you can't actually use them with older machines. So they want you to buy the new machine, of course. But it might do. But that's very interesting design. I've never seen anything like that before. Okie dokie, what's in this box? Oh, we do have a little bit of a leaflet. I'm not sure why they needed to wrap it up, but anyway, try and pull that out. There is a QR code you can scan with your mobile phone. That is to register your guarantee and to get the user manual, so you can just scan that. Because I bought this direct from Dyson, my guarantee was registered when I purchased it. There's that. Something else in here. Another small attachment. One thing that I don't think this model comes with is the small hose. I would have liked to have seen that for £600, but you can of course buy an optional short hose, which is really needed if you're cleaning the car, especially to get in the nooks and crannies and under the car seats. But this is the dusting brush. There we go, nice soft flared brushes, ideal for Venetian blinds, your picture frames. These brushes do get right into the corners, help sweep the dust away. You've got a little soft velour pad. So that's a useful little nozzle. There's another tool in here, I think. Or is it? Oh no, it's not the tool. It's the tool holder, so that enables us to attach two of the small tools, the crevice tool and the combination tool. They fit into here and will attach to the wand of the Dyson V15, so they're always at hand. Okay, nearly onto the machine itself. Well, no, there's more. This is of course, the charger. And naturally, if you're watching this outside the UK, your charger will have a suitable plug to fit your particular socket outlets. Here's the cleaner itself. And I would say that that is a standard V11 sized machine. But of course we've got, which is a great improvement, we have the removable battery pack. If I can remove it, hang on a minute. There we go. So that means that you can, if you want to, you can buy a separate battery pack, so you've got one always charged up while you're using the machine. When this one runs out, you can just click it in. So I do like that feature. And of course it also means you can charge the battery away from the machine. So if you've got your machine put away, you've no space to have it outside on the wall bracket or wherever. If you want to put it away in a cupboard, you can remove the battery for charging. So that's good. There is a new display, well, a similar display, but it shows us a few new things. So I'll be having a look at that in more detail. Okay, I think that's it. Apart from, of course, another new head. So basically this does have three new heads because it's got a new carpet nozzle with the anti-tangle. It's got the new anti-tangle small motorized head. And of course this is the new fluffy roller. It does have a laser which you can switch on and off, and that's designed to show up dust you can't see. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I'm going to try it in my kitchen using my studio lighting, but this probably works best under normal household lighting. I have a feeling if the lighting's too bright you might not see the laser, but that is supposed to illuminate dirt you wouldn't normally see, so you can go over it with the machine. It's a lot lighter and slimmer than the old Dyson fluffy head, and the fluffy roller itself does come out and you can wash it, because this will get dirty after a while. But again, it's a completely new design, and I think I had a feeling it might have a separate battery inside, the fact you can turn it on and off, but it looks like it does take the power for the laser from the battery in the cleaner. So all very interesting stuff. As with all cordless vacuum cleaners, you must fully charge the battery before first use. In fact, the Dyson V15 will warn you of that fact when you first squeeze the trigger. So if it's not fully charged, you need to charge it up. So there are many different options for charging. As I said, you can charge the battery out of the machine. You can charge the battery when it's in the cleaner. You can also charge the battery in the dock with the machine attached to the battery. Or you can just put the battery itself in the dock alone without the machine and charge it up that way. That's useful if you've got two batteries, so you can leave the battery charging in the dock while you're using the Dyson. If you're charging the battery while it's fitted to the cleaner, you can squeeze the trigger, which will show you how long the battery has left to charge. As you can see, in my case, the battery is only 30% full. Before I continue to show you the V15, I know a lot of my viewers will want to know if the new cleaning tools will fit the older Dyson models. So I've got my V10, my V11 and my V11 outsize, so we'll just have a look. So this is the new anti-screw tool. Is it going to fit a V10? It seems to fit. Does it work? Yes, it does. So if that fits, then obviously the new fluffy head will fit. And if the new fluffy head fits, then the anti-tangle torque head should also fit as well. Definitely. So I'm assuming, folks, I won't show you every nozzle. Here's a standard V11. I'll just show you with the fluffy head, because that's probably the head that a lot of existing Dyson owners will be interested in buying. That's fine, and I think we can safely say that all the tools should fit the outsize version. And indeed they do. And speaking of the outsize is the first Dyson I bought with the removable battery, so I think it should fit, and it does, the V15. That seems quite quiet compared to the other ones. I'm not sure it's because I haven't got a motorized head on it, but I can continue to show you around the V15 using my V11 outsize battery. So looking at the V15, it seems very similar to my V11, almost identical in fact. It has the same bin and the same bin emptying system. To empty the bin, you've got this red lever here. You simply hold the cleaner over the bin and push the lever down. The bottom of the bin opens up to allow the dirt to fall out, and of course the little silicone ring cleans the shroud. You can of course remove the bin entirely if you need to give it a more thorough clean. Occasionally you might want to get a duster or a soft brush just to clean around the metal shroud here if it gets ingrained with dust. But most of the larger debris, pet hairs, etc., that may have wrapped around the central shroud when you're using the machine should be pushed off and out into the bin when you open it. So very similar. It's got the same trigger. Again, you have to put your finger on the trigger all the time. And of course, when you release it, the Dyson switches off. And we have the filter here at the back, which is washable. Would be nice to see a spare filter included for £600, but if you want a spare filter, you can of course buy them direct from Dyson, because these do take a while to dry, so it's always handy to have a spare that you can put inside your machine. This is the pre and post motor filter combined. Pre motor filter is this fabric part here, and the post motor filter is the pleated area, and that's what tends to take longer to dry than the fabric part. So you always must ensure that the filter is 100% dry before putting it back into your Dyson. The Dyson V15 has 3 power levels. Eco will give you the longest running time of up to 60 minutes when not using one of the motorized tools. Medium will give you more suction power but less runtime. And for a maximum suction of 240 air watts, you can select the boost mode. But in my experience of using other Dyson cordless machines, boost mode is rarely needed, and you'll do most of your cleaning on the medium or automatic setting. The automatic mode only works when you've got one of the motorized heads attached and will automatically adjust the suction power according to the surface you're cleaning. During cleaning, the display will show you the remaining runtime. A new built-in piezo sensor actually monitors the size and amount of dust particles entering the Dyson from 10 to 500 microns. The cleaner will automatically adapt the suction power when it comes across more dirt. Well, so far I'm pretty impressed with this Dyson V15, and if the performance matches the technology built inside this cleaner, I'm sure I'll be very happy. But then again, for £600, I'd have to be happy with a vacuum cleaner. Now, before I put it through its paces, which you'll see in a future video, I'm just going to turn the machine on, give it a quick go on the carpet. Now, for regular viewers, this carpet in my living room, it's a Saxony style. It's not very deep pile, it's quite a plush pile. A lot of vacuum cleaners just cannot clean this carpet unless it's on the minimum setting, and all the Dysons I've tried before this one have been no exception, and I don't know if this new head will be able to clean my carpet on anything other than minimum, but I'm going to give it a go now. I have enough charge in the battery. Obviously this is the battery for my V11 outsize. So I'll just grab the wand and attach it to the new anti-tangle torque head. I'm going to try it in the default setting. Now, the default setting for me always when using a Dyson is the middle position on the cleaner head, and I always use the automatic setting unless I'm cleaning something very dirty when I might need boost, or if I'm cleaning something lightweight that only needs little suction power, then I'd select the eco setting. But on the whole, for me and for most people using one of these Dysons, you'd use it on automatic most of the time, because then the machine will adjust for you and you don't have to think about it. Just squeeze the trigger and direct the Dyson the way you want it to clean. Okay, so I'll connect the power head to the wand and I'll just give it a quick go on my carpet. Well, as I suspected, with the cleaner in auto mode and the slider control in the middle, the head stalls and cuts out. So I'll try it on eco with the head in the middle position, see if that works. It does work. It struggles a bit. It depends what direction I've got the cleaner head in, but I could definitely see it struggling, and I could hear the motor of the high torque head struggling a bit as well. So I think when cleaning my living room, I'm going to have to select minimum on the head and eco on the cleaner. Now, surprisingly, even though I had it on eco, the Dyson has found quite a lot of fine dust. It's pretty hard to show you. You can see there's dust coating the inside of the nice new clean bin. But at the bottom, I'm not sure if I can show you without getting it all over me. I gently open the machine. Some dog hair has fallen out, but look at that. So I was a bit worried that on the lowest setting it's not going to do much to my carpet. It'll just clean the surface dirt, but that fine powder is a dry carpet cleaning powder I used on my carpet a couple of days ago, and I went over it a lot with a big mains powered vacuum, and it still found some extra dirt, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Daisy is very bored listening to me demonstrate vacuum cleaners, but she's been kind enough to provide me with a lot of hair so I can give a quick demo of the new Anti-tangle pet hair nozzle. So I'm sorry Daisy, I'm just going to have to disturb you, I know, terribly sorry. Put Daisy to one side and we'll just see. I'll try and spread out her hair all over this footstool and we'll see if the anti-tangle nozzle really does live up to its name. Well, as you can see, all of Daisy's hair and some fine dust has found its way into the bin. I'm afraid I've gone over the max fill line. Let's have a look if the anti-tangle screw nozzle lives up to its name. Yes, it seems to work. I can't see any hair wrapped around the brush roll. While I've got all this hair, I've just rubbed some on my Saxony living room carpet. We'll see if the anti-tangle comb in the high torque head works. Bear in mind I'm having to use the machine on eco mode with the slider control in the minus position. Well, impressively, the Dyson V15 has removed all the hair, but is the brush roll free of all the dog hair? Let's have a look. Turn it over. We can have a look. And yes, I didn't want to like this vacuum cleaner. I have to say, I thought, it's just full of gimmicks. I won't be impressed. But I'm not a Dyson fanboy, folks. I bought this myself, but so far, I'm pretty impressed. Well, I'm in my kitchen now just to give the new fluffy head a brief demonstration. I've not put any extra dirt down, I'll do that for a future demo. And I've not got all my studio lights on. The only lighting I'm using are my kitchen lights because I feel with the bright studio lights that I normally use, we won't get to see the laser. So it'll be interesting to see if we can detect any dirt using regular household lighting. Well, I'm less impressed with the laser detect feature. It did highlight a few crumbs on my floor. My floor wasn't very dirty to begin with, but I don't know how useful that feature will be on a day-to-day basis. Saying that, however, the suction power did increase when it came across extra bits of dirt, so the automatic function certainly works. I've just put a little bit of dirt down to finish the video, just some rice and oat flakes. Obviously, we can see them, they're pretty visible, but we'll just see how well the laser can highlight the individual grains of rice, or of course the oat flakes. My initial impression of the laser detect feature is it's a bit gimmicky. It doesn't seem to highlight much when the room's quite bright, although when I turned off my kitchen lights it was certainly better at highlighting fine dust that I possibly couldn't have seen with the lights on. So for fine dust, for dust you wouldn't normally see, I suppose it could have its uses, but I'll have to find out. I'll use this machine a lot more during the next few weeks and see whether that feature is worth paying for. Well, there you go. That's the end of my unboxing and first look at the new Dyson V15 cordless vacuum cleaner. I wasn't expecting to like this cleaner very much. I've tried out virtually every other Dyson cordless machine there is, but I have to say this is the best one. So if you want a Dyson cordless and you've got £600 burning a hole in your pocket, you can't really go wrong. If you have to have a Dyson, this is the Dyson to go for. I've only used it briefly in this video. I'm looking forward to using it properly all around my house and doing a further demonstration. But from the demonstrations I've done in this video, I was pretty impressed. The laser, possibly a bit gimmicky, as well as the display showing you the type of dirt you're picking up, possibly gimmicky, but certainly the automatic feature where it adjusts the suction power, that is certainly not gimmicky, and that seems to work well. If you have any comments or questions, or if there's something you want to see in my follow-up video, please comment below and I'll try to answer your questions and maybe show you some things I haven't shown you in this video. So comment below and you'll see all the updates in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe, thumb up, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.